Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top 5 most effective martial arts in real life, especially those that dominate in MMA. We're talking about what actually works when things get hairy, you know? Not just flashy moves that look good in a movie, but the stuff that has been pressure tested, refined, and proven in the crucible of one-on-one combat. So, what makes a martial art truly dominant? Is it the striking, the grappling, the takedowns? The truth is, it's usually a combination, or at least an art that's so overwhelmingly effective in one area that it forces everyone else to adapt. We're going to break down these arts, look at their core philosophies, their signature techniques, and why they've risen to the top of the food chain in the MMA world. Think about it. The evolution of MMA itself has been a giant real-time experiment, filtering out what doesn't work and highlighting what's absolutely essential for survival and victory in the cage. Why are these specific disciplines the ones you see champions built on? What is it about their training methodologies, their fundamental principles, that translates so damn well to a real fight, whether it's in the octagon or, God forbid, a self-defense situation? It's fascinating stuff, man. And it really gives you an appreciation for the dedication and the sheer brilliance behind these ancient and modern fighting systems. So buckle up, because we're about to explore the arts that truly define combat effectiveness. Alright, first up, and this one's a game changer, no doubt about it, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or BJJ. Royce Gracie, a smaller guy, just systematically dismantling these bigger, stronger dudes who had no idea what to do once the fight hit the ground. BJJ fundamentally changed the fight game because it exposed a massive hole in most traditional martial arts, the ground game. The core idea behind BJJ is that a smaller, weaker person can successfully defend against and defeat a bigger, stronger assailant by using leverage, technique, and taking the fight to the ground. Once it's on the ground, BJJ practitioners use joint locks and chokeholds to control and submit their opponents. It's like human chess, man. Every move, every grip, every shift in weight has a purpose. In MMA, you absolutely have to have BJJ. Even if you're a phenomenal striker, if you can't defend a takedown or you don't know what to do off your back, you're in deep trouble. Guys like Demian Maia, Charles Oliveira, they've built entire careers on just being absolute wizards on the mat. And the beauty of BJJ is that it's constantly evolving. New guards, new sweeps, new submissions are being developed all the time. It's a living, breathing art form. For real-life scenarios, look, most street fights, they say, end up on the ground. Knowing BJJ gives you the confidence to control the situation if that happens. It's not about punching and kicking someone into oblivion. It's about control, de-escalation if possible, or incapacitating a threat without necessarily causing massive trauma. The training itself is something else. It's called rolling, which is essentially live sparring, but on the ground. This constant live application is why BJJ practitioners get so good so fast. There's no faking it. Think about the leverage aspect. It's pure physics. A smaller person can generate incredible force or control a much larger person by understanding where to apply pressure, how to use their hips, how to frame. That's why you see people of all shapes and sizes excelling in BJJ. It truly is an equalizer in many ways. So, when you see an MMA fighter expertly transition to a rear naked choke, or sweep their opponent from the bottom, or escape a seemingly impossible position, that's the power of BJJ right there. It's the art that taught the world that the fight doesn't end when you hit the canvas. For some, that's where it truly begins. It's a profound, deep, and incredibly effective martial art, and its dominance in MMA is undeniable. It's a cornerstone, plain and simple. Next on the list, we got to talk about Muay Thai, the art of 8 limbs. Fists, elbows, knees, and shins. It's one of the most devastating striking arts. Originating from Thailand, it's brutal, efficient, and perfect for MMA. Muay Thai is a king in stand-up fighting. The power, conditioning, and versatility make it effective. Those Thai kicks with full hip rotation are like an axe. The clinch game is a sophisticated system of control, delivering bone-jarring knees and vicious elbows. Fighters like Anderson Silva and Jose Aldo showcase its effectiveness. Muay Thai is an art that demands respect. Alright, let's talk about wrestling. And I mean folk style, freestyle, Greco-Roman, the whole spectrum. Man, if there's one art that consistently produces champions in MMA, it's wrestling. Wrestling is all about control, controlling your opponent, controlling where the fight takes place, and imposing your will. Think about it. Wrestlers are often the best athletes in MMA. The sheer grind, the intensity of wrestling training from a young age builds an incredible base of strength, endurance, explosiveness, and mental fortitude. The core of wrestling is takedowns and takedown defense. If you can dictate where the fight happens, you have a massive advantage. A good wrestler can take a striker down and neutralize their weapons, or keep a BJJ specialist standing and pick them apart. Khabib Nurmagomedov, Georges St-Pierre, Daniel Cormier. These are legends whose games were built on a dominant wrestling base. And it's not just about getting the takedown, it's about what happens after. Top control in wrestling is brutal. They know how to use their weight, how to pin you, how to make you carry their load, exhausting you while they look for openings to land ground and pound or set up submissions. In a real-life scenario, wrestling is incredibly practical. The ability to take someone down and control them without necessarily throwing a punch can be a lifesaver. The training, wrestling practice is one of the hardest things you can do. The drilling, the live wrestling, the conditioning, it's designed to forge you in fire. So, while it might not always get the same oohs and ahs as a spectacular knockout or a slick submission, don't ever underestimate the power of wrestling. It's the bedrock for so many successful MMA careers. The ability to control the grappling exchanges, to decide whether the fight stays standing or goes to the mat, is a superpower in combat sports. Now we got to talk about boxing, the sweet science. It might seem limited compared to Muay Thai, but boxing's depth and effectiveness are undeniable, especially in MMA. The footwork, head movement, angles, and precision punching make it sophisticated. Boxers develop fast, powerful, and accurate punches. They live and breathe combinations, slipping and countering. Think of Conor McGregor or Max Holloway. Their boxing is key to their success. Boxing's principles are woven into modern MMA. Last but definitely not least, let's get into Judo, the gentle way. Founded by Jigoro Kano, Judo evolved from older forms of Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and it's an Olympic sport for a reason, man. It's all about using an opponent's momentum and balance against them to execute powerful throws and takedowns. The core principle of Judo is maximum efficiency, minimum effort, Seiryoku Zenyo, and mutual welfare and benefit, Jita Kyoei. It's about using timing, leverage, and kuzushi, unbalancing, to send them flying. A well-executed judo throw is a thing of beauty, man. It can be incredibly explosive and devastating. In MMA, fighters with a strong judo background, like the legendary Ronda Rousey, have shown just how effective these techniques can be. Her hip throws and trips were a nightmare for her opponents. Judo also emphasizes groundwork, or newaza, which includes pins, chokes, and arm locks. The gi, or the uniform used in judo, plays a big role in traditional training. Now in MMA there's no GI, but the principles of gripping, unbalancing, and using leverage still apply. For real-life self-defense, Judo is fantastic. And because Judo also teaches breakfalls, ukemi, practitioners learn how to fall safely. The training in Judo is very structured. There's a lot of emphasis on repetition, on perfecting the form of the throws through uchikomi, fitting in drills, and then applying them in randori, free sparring. This constant drilling ingrains the movements, making them second nature. It also builds incredible core strength, balance, and coordination. So, when you see an MMA fighter execute a beautiful hip toss, a slick foot sweep, or control an opponent in the clinch using underhooks and overhooks to set up a takedown, there's a good chance there's some judo DNA in there. It's an art that teaches you how to use an opponent's aggression against them, how to find that point of imbalance, and how to finish the fight decisively on the ground or with a powerful throw. It's elegant, it's powerful, and it's a proven winner in MMA. So there you have it, folks. Our breakdown of the top 5 martial arts that are absolutely crushing it in MMA and have serious real-world effectiveness. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, boxing, and Judo. Each one of these arts brings something unique and incredibly potent to the table. And what's truly fascinating is how they all blend together in modern mixed martial arts. The best fighters today aren't just specialists in one art, they're students of the game, constantly learning, constantly evolving, and integrating techniques from all these disciplines. These arts have been refined over generations, pressure tested in dojos, rings, and cages around the world. And the journey doesn't stop. New techniques, new strategies, new ways of blending these arts are emerging all the time. That's what makes MMA so damn exciting. It's a living laboratory for martial arts. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on martial arts and MMA. Stay safe, keep training, and we'll see you next time.